Hello everyone, Noah the Great here, taking a quick look at a few Clan Wars basics as we get into the campaign starting up here shortly. So the first thing we're taking a look at is over peaking. Basically that's the concept of, like you'd peak a ridge, except peaking a ridge a little bit more aggressively so that you can make sure you get the shot. The result of this typically is that you are putting your tank in more danger and you can actually get shot by multiple tanks. But in a situation like this, if you have multiple tanks lined up, it might be more important to kill a tank in a strong position and take damage yourself than to just sit there and maybe die to RD or not be able to do something. So again, basically over peaking is that you're going up high enough that you can get shot back in return, but you're making sure you hit the shot to try and focus down a tank. Sometimes as well, because of the method of peaking, you can also get tracked and locked them in place. So this is sometimes a much safer thing to be doing when you have your track and your repair kit. And second, we're going to look at leading a push. The biggest thing that we're showing here is basically what you want to do is you want to right click on the first tank you see, make sure your team can focus them down and drive into safety. So you see shooting the first tank and not worrying too much about hitting them until I get back to more of a safe rock or safe cover. So very based off the map, but just getting somewhere you can be a little bit safer and then working about finishing up the kill. Rather than stopping and shooting them right away or halting the push, just right clicking and driving past. Next we have the importance of focus firing. A lot of times we always talk about call your targets out and make sure we're shooting the same tank to remove them from the map first. But I find it a little bit easier to have a actual example showing it. So in this case you see how much quicker that first tank dies when you focus down versus if damage gets split. And it ends up just resulting in having both guns back still alive, so we still have the full DPM of both tanks and still the hit points of one tank. And last but not least, another important thing with focus fire and when we're doing all-in type fights is looking at sharing hit points. So if you see a tank that's low on hit points, after they fire you want to try and get in the way of the tanks they're trying to fight against. Showing it from a little bit different example, sometimes it can be hard to go around, and then as soon as your opponent shoot a tank that's not the one you're going at, you can either pop out or try and get maneuvers around. There's a quick example of this effectively being done in a advancement game, trying to help keep the medium tank alive on our team. Thanks for watching and have a great day.